Now let's try a final example. In this problem we've got 100 ml of 0.1 mole of sodium hydroxide, and we've got 50 ml of 5 by 10 to the negative 2 molar sulfuric acid. Once again, two sets of information. Ding, 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 ding. It's a limiting reagent question. Now, we've only been asked to find the pH here, so we may as well go straight to an ionic equation and say hydrogen ions plus hydroxide ions gives water. Now we need to find the number of moles. So let's get started. The number of moles of sodium hydroxide is equal to CV, which is 0.1 times 0.1, which is 0.01 moles. So the number of moles of hydroxide ions in this case is 0.01 moles. Now let's look at the sulfuric acid. Number of moles of sulfuric is equal to CV, which is 5 by 10 to the negative 2 times 0.05, and that comes out to 0.0025 moles. Now we've got to remember here that sulfuric acid is diprotic. That means it will release 2 moles of hydrogen ions when put with a strong base. So the number of moles of hydrogen ions is actually twice as many. So 2 times 0.0025, which is 0.005 moles. So now that we've got the number of moles, we have to determine the limiting reagent. As we know that 1 mole of hydrogen ions reacts with 1 mole of hydroxide ions, it's pretty clear which one is the limiting reagent. And in this case, you can see that we have 0.005 moles of hydrogen ions and we have 0.01 moles of hydroxide ions. So therefore, the limiting reagent is going to be hydrogen ions. It's way smaller than that. So, now we need to find out how many hydroxide ions were actually used. So we know that 1 mole of hydrogen ions reacts with 1 mole of hydroxide ions. So if we had 0.005 moles of hydrogen ions, then we're obviously going to have the same number of moles of hydroxide ions. Now, even though it's really obvious how much it is, make sure you write that down so that your marker can clearly see what you're doing. So that's the number of moles of hydroxide ions used. Now we need to find the number of moles of hydroxide ions in excess. And we do that by going number of moles of hydroxide ions from the start minus the number of moles of hydroxide ions used, which equals 0.01 minus 0.005, and this comes out to 0.005 moles. Now the new volume of this solution will equal 100 plus 50, which equals 150 ml. This, of course, is 0.15 of a litre. So, finding the concentration of hydroxides, it's going to be equal to 0.005 divided by 0.15, and this comes out to 0.0333 molar. And I'm going to store this information in my calculator. Now, at this point, there are 2 alternative ways you can find the pH, and I'm going to show you both. So I'm going to put a line down here so you can see the alternative methods. Now, in the first method, we use kW, because we know that kW is equal to hydrogen ion concentration by hydroxide ion concentration. 10 to the negative 14 will equal hydrogen ion concentration multiplied by 0.0333. Rearranging it, the hydrogen ion concentration equals 10 to the negative 14 divided by 0.0333, which means it comes out to 3 by 10 to the negative 13 molar. From there we do our pH. pH equals negative log of a hydrogen ion concentration, which equals negative log of 3 by 10 to the negative 13, which equals 12.5. Don't forget to use 3 significant figures because our information was given in 3 significant figures. Now we're going to try the alternative method. Now remember, a pH plus a pOH is equal to 14. So we can find the pOH and then the pH. So the pOH in this case will be equal to the negative log of the hydroxide ion concentration. This equals negative log of 0.0333, which equals 1.477. Now substituting into our original equation, pH plus pOH equals 14, pH plus 1.477 equals 14, therefore the pH equals 14 minus 1.477, which equals 12.5. Either method is okay. It's up to you what you choose to use.